Alrighty then. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that. I want to talk a little bit of health and fitness real quick. I'm still in the bed. It's pretty early in the morning. Let's see. I'm just figuring out how to use this right here. So we're just checking this all out before I get my day started. And getting your day started is everything. How you start your day in the morning is everything. How you think in the morning. You want to think positive thoughts in the morning if you want to have a productive day. The positive thoughts gonna make you have a good day. The negative thoughts, usually everything gonna go completely, totally opposite in your day. So always try to start off with a positive mindset. Always try to be productive, and also try to get up early and just start. And then, like I say, it take time. It's nothing's gonna happen overnight. It took time for me to get to where I'm at. Oh shoot, it's been a long journey, but I ain't never complained, not one bit. But like I say, start off with a positive mindset. If you can, I recommend to anybody who's starting a journey, this definitely take time. Start fasting before you actually. Hold on, let me turn my light on so y'all can see me. Oh shit, actually. Hold on real quick. Let me go grab a light. Anyways, I'm back. I couldn't find the light, but yeah, make sure y'all get started on y'all fitness journey. You got to start with walking. Start with walking, and like I said earlier, take time to start along your fitness journey. Hold on, let me go see if I can find that damn light. On and on and on and on. On and on. All right, I'm back. But we back in the chat. You hurt? We back in the chat. So to anybody, y'all couldn't probably see me earlier because I ain't had no light. But to anybody who's starting their fitness journey, like I said a little bit earlier, make sure you start off with a positive day. You want to start off with positive thoughts. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to wake up and either listen to some whatever makes your day, gospel music, some motivational music, something to get you productive and going that's going to motivate you to help you start your journey, right? A lot of times before I even start working out, usually I fast. Sometimes, depending on what type of training I do. If I'm doing weightlifting, majority of the time I'm a fast because my body's used to it, but that takes time. But like I was saying, you can do little small fasts, 1 or 2 hours, but usually your body is fasting when you're sleeping. So depending on what time you eat will determine how long you fasted. So that's a great way to lose weight if you want to fast before your workouts and then eat like maybe 9, 10 o'clock. That's a great way to start right there also, like I said. But if I'm doing weightlifting, especially if I'm doing extreme workouts, usually more than likely I eat meals because I'm gonna need all the calories I can so my body don't get too drained from all the heavy lifting and stuff. But um these just a couple of tips I'm giving y'all to help you along your fitness journey. So like I said, if y'all new to the channel, just make sure you start. That's all you gotta do. Move your body. If you gotta start with walking, start with walking. And you don't necessarily have to walk 10, 20 miles. You can start with like 1 or 2 miles a day and continue to do that every day for let's say 300 days of the year or whatever the case may be. But also to give your body time to recover. That's very important. And on a nutritional tip, that's the key. But that's the biggest battle because when I first started, I ain't know nothing about dieting at all. I ain't know nothing about diet. But I started to ask questions and people started giving me answers. Uh, but I was working out hard, but I seen results far as my upper body and my back and all that stuff. But the hardest part for dieting is your stomach to lose. That's the hardest part. That take years. But as long as you stay with it and stay consistent and you learn about your diet and what to eat and don't over consume food, all that stuff will change quickly. But like I say, it take time. I'm just giving y'all a little bit of advice. But I'm gonna go ahead and get my day started. I'm probably gonna do a 12-mile walk today, and I'll probably be back on some other time. And make sure y'all, if y'all starting, eat this. What you should stay away. You should stay away from high carb foods. Try to stay away from high fructose corn syrup, which is in dang near everything. But what you want to start with is good carbs. You want to start with your rices, and also too, I recommend reading your ingredients. A lot of people don't read their ingredients, and that takes time too. I'll start explaining this stuff to y'all more and more, but I would recommend starting with fruits, vegetables, your proteins, which whatever meat you like. Me, I'm more of a fish type side. I eat chicken, but not as much because everything's so tainted now. Even in fish, unless you catching it and growing it yourself, then you really don't know what you're getting. But do what you can. Like I say, I wouldn't too much stress myself out about it. But fruits, vegetables, water. You gotta get your water. What else? Try to go a week or two without all those high sugary foods like sodas. Stay away from that stuff. Pop Tart, cereal. Try to go cut all that sugary stuff, high carbs, Doritos, all them high chip stuff. Try to stay a week or two away from that. So, like I say, you got your fruits, water, vegetables, your proteins, which is the meats, and you can also get proteins for other things too, like beans, lentils, all types of other rices and stuff. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, my friends, peace and love. Y'all have a great day.